Burnout, exhaustion, fatigue, what does it all mean? And do we need to ask ourselves how serious this can be? Well, Andrew May, Strive Stronger CEO and performance strategist, has 5 tips to prevent burnout, and he joins us live. Hello to you, Andrew.
Hello, Janie. This is a very topical conversation. More people around Australia and, in fact, around the globe are having the conversation around, I'm feeling tired or fatigued. Am I possibly burning out? So very, very topical piece of conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're just hearing the press conferences on a daily basis. And we've got some 5 tips on screen that you have, which we will talk about soon. But, you know, Andrew, many of us are tired, lockdown during the pandemic. But tell us about the levels of really just needing a few good nights' sleep to actual burnout.
Yeah, look, there's a continuum on burnout, Janie. And in fact, the World Health Organization in 2019 updated the categorization for what burnout is, and they talk about 3 things. So one is a feeling of physical and emotional depletion. So you're fatigued. So that's exactly what you said. The second one is increased mental distance from your job. And the third one is reduced personal accomplishment. This graphic that's come up now shows the continuum going from, Janie, you would assume, I'd hope for you and the presenters there at Sky that you are on fire. You're in flow, you're low risk, you're loving what you're doing, you're match fit, you're in the green zone. I think what COVID has done to a lot of us, Janie, it's put us just into that moderate risk area, and there's a little bit of irritability. 2 key things in this yellow area. One is lack of sleep and recovery, and the second one is a lack of that play and fun and connection. And I think a lot of people are feeling that through COVID. Then we get in the orange area, and the key word on this is cynicism. It's where people you know who may have been energetic and sprightly and always looking at what's right start complaining about stuff. And that's where the red light should start to flash, because when people get into that extreme risk or disconnection, Dr. Tom Buckley and I, we've been working together, Janie, for 15 plus years, and we've worked with a lot of executive clients, top 20 ASX CEOs, entrepreneurs, actors, media, entertainers. When you see people in that extreme risk area and they're totally disconnected, if they keep pushing, there's no going back. What I mean is the psychological research shows if you go too far, you have to get out and change careers. So we don't want people doing that. We want people to acknowledge, hey, there's a bit of fatigue with COVID, lockdown. Janie, I can't wait to go to restaurants. I can't wait to go back to the gym. I can't wait to see family and friends. So just make sure you're renewing yourself, self-care. But if you're way up that scale, really got to do something about it.
We talk about healthcare workers who are working extremely long hours, parents homeschooling and working at the same time. People have lost their jobs. They've got a lot of mental health issues. There's so many different examples that we can mention. Why are we seeing burnout? Are we seeing it more through the pandemic, or has it just been sort of presented to you more? Have we been seeing this coming through for some time?
I'm going to answer like a politician, Janie. It's a bit of both. There's a term that comes from hospital workers and doctors called compassion fatigue. You have wonderful nurses, doctors, medical staff, hospital staff. When they're caring for everybody else and don't do anything for themselves, that's called compassion fatigue. I think why we're seeing burnout now, not just in Australia, but globally increase, we're coming on the back of economic downturn, droughts, floods. A number of industries as well have had royal commissions, and then you add COVID on top of that. So it's like the perfect storm, Janie. And then we've got organisational burnout. A number of organisations are actually acknowledging, hey, with everything that's going on, plus we've been pushing our workers so hard. I'll give you 3 examples. Nike gave all of their staff globally a week off for self-care. Bumble, the online dating app, said, hey, we've got organisational burnout. They gave their employees 1 to 2 weeks and said, look, just go and chill. And a number of global consultant firms are bringing in self-care or mental health days. So there's a real acknowledgement with the environmental factors, with COVID, plus business. And Janie, let's add technology onto that. Look, how different is your job at Sky News now compared to 10 years ago? There's some wonderful accelerations we've had with technology, but we're always on, we're always connected from the moment we wake up until we go to bed. And that's one of the key fixes on this is use technology, but don't be controlled or don't abuse your technology. So that's the perfect storm, right? We've had COVID, bushfires, everything before that. We're always connected. We need to slow down a bit, Janie. We need to stop and go back to do what we probably did as kids.
Now, we're not going to burn out, but we're going to run out of time. We've got about a minute. Can you tell us about your bold statement of 5 tips that will actually prevent burnout? We've got a graphic to show the viewers.
I like what you did there. There's 5 things Dr. Tom and I have looked at, and they are: number 1, purpose alignment. Align your job to your purpose, or at least find meaning and pleasure in life. The second one is active recovery. Janie, wine after work and Netflix is not active recovery. We want people to switch the brain off and get some relaxation, parasympathetic activation. Restorative sleep is a given. One of the big things we see with people who work 60, 70 hours and don't burn out is they recover properly. So sleep is super important. And the 4th one is the body, physiological capacity. Now, a lot of people know biological age. You should aim to be at least 5 years younger, so you've got that buffer. And the final one, and this has been hard, Janie, in COVID, is social connectedness. And I've been saying get off technology, but the only way I can communicate with my mum and dad and family has been through Facebook. So it's getting this balance around technology. But I look at the camera, and Dr. Tom and I will put our credibility on the line. If people watching this implement those 5 factors, we guarantee you will not burn out.
All right, really appreciate your time. Sorry, we have to leave it there. But Andrew May, Strive Stronger CEO and Performance Strategist. Stay well. Always great to see you.
Thank you, Janie.